wanted to confirm that this $2 million for the transition costs that's shown in the table, is that the same $2 million that was funded through rates in the annual plan, the one just gone? And if that's the case, can officers explain why those costs are being transferred as part of a debt settlement with Te Akiwai?
Through the chair, I could answer that. Maybe with the help, maybe with the help of my CFO. But so when we put the budget together, we worked on the assumption that it would be rate funded. Since that time, I believe we've had a decision across the region that those costs will be recovered from Te Akiwai, so they'll be debt funded. So you're quite right, Councillor. That is to our advantage.
So currently the costs are currently being funded through debt, and then that debt will be transferred to Te Akiwai 1 July.
Well, the first statement's correct. So definitely we included the $2 million in our rates calculation in the annual plan 25-26. I always have to stop and think about the year, but yep, 25-26. It's rates funded in that plan. However, if you rewind the clock to that time, Te Akiwai was only approved or signed off through the DIA process after that stage. So hence the dilemma with regards to rates funded or debt funded and transferred to Te Akiwai. So it's one of those timing things. But now that we're on the other side of all of those decisions, and we definitely have Te Akiwai starting on 1 July, and we definitely are able to debt fund it, it is to the betterment of Paurua City Council if we debt fund this and transfer the debt to Te Akiwai, along with every other council who is doing the same thing.
So just to be clear, this was a decision made after across the region, that this would be the case. So this will obviously help with our balanced budget issue somewhat.
Correct.
Right,
Yes.
because we did rate a 2% increase because we charged OPEX for this.
We did,
That's
and as I say, what it's helping us is with our balanced budget. So in effect, it wouldn't have made any difference to our rate setting.
So what does this mean in practical terms for the ratepayers and I guess council's balance sheet?
So instead of a $12 million balanced budget hole in 25-26, it will be $2 million less. So instead of 12...
It does mean that Te Akiwai gets $2 million more debt than we had originally provided for. So it nets out, and basically the same people are paying the cost. Yeah. So it's where it falls rather than who's paying it.
But wouldn't it make sense, since people have already been charged the $2 million in their rates and they're paying for that, so they've already paid for it, wouldn't it make sense to actually then just pay that rather than them paying through the water entity through debt over a longer period of time, because they've already been charged?
It does net out though, and remember, we don't run a balanced budget, so we're effectively borrowing anyway, so it nets out.